we go. Down to our fourth quarterfinal match of this morning here in Tokyo. Recurve competition at the World Cup Finals. And the fans snapping their own pictures with those smartphones. And we are set to do battle here in this quarterfinal match between Im Dong-hyun of Korea on target number 1. That's on the left. And on the right, it will be Furukawa Takaharu of Japan, shooting at target number 2. So there's a good look at Im Dong-hyun, ranked 2nd in the world, the number 1 seed here at the World Cup Finals. Did not have the results that he wanted in London, in large part because of the trio of Ellison, Wookie, and Kaminsky. Korea settled for a team bronze medal, but Im Dong-hyun came in 9th individually in London. Meanwhile, Furukawa Takaharu, 28 years old, getting a nice round of applause from the fans here in Tokyo who've come out to watch him, I would imagine, this morning. And our officials, our judge, braving the elements.
I hope that jacket's waterproof.
As do I. It will be a finals to remember, no question about that. Not just the weather either. The performances have been really outstanding under these inclement conditions. So Im Dong-hyun, who set a world record at stage 2 in Antalya in qualifying with a score of 696, will go first and shoot a 9.
And he went on to shoot 699 on the ranking round for the Olympic Games. So he's had world record after world record this season.
There's a 10.
What a fantastic sight. You could hear the home crowd there.
Rewarded this crowd for their tenacity and their patience coming out and sitting in the rain to cheer on Furukawa Takaharu. Another 9 for Im Dong-hyun. Tougher shot this time.
Yeah, that's a bit uncharacteristically off.
So despite the bullseye, he trails by 1. As Mr. Im takes the final shot of this set.
To take the set. Just a side of arrow here, just to settle in. Well, he gets a gold. Not quite as good as his first shot, but no reason to be upset.
Im Dong-hyun had an insurmountable lead, so no matter what Furukawa Takaharu did, the set was going to go to Im Dong-hyun. And the Korean archer grabs a 2-0 lead to start things off. That's 7, obviously. Really hurting the chances of Furukawa Takaharu. And there you get a look at the crowd here. Grandstands are packed here in Hibiya-kon, or Hibiya Park in downtown Tokyo. As the puddles continue to grow. And hopefully the archers have brought changes of clothing.
They will have done. Probably do the morning session when it comes to lunch. Dry off, new change of clothes, try and... Of course, in practice, you can always have your coach standing behind you holding their umbrella. So in practice, you can keep dry, and then you just have to come into this competition and get on with it, frankly. At least it's not cold. Another good start.
It could be snowing, I suppose. Not in Tokyo, naturally.
If we combine this with some strong wind, then we would be talking about adverse conditions.
An adverse situation right now for the Japanese archer, who shoots another 9. Needs to be shooting 10s against Im Dong-hyun. The Korean with another 10. That's 3 consecutive 10s for Im Dong-hyun going back to the first set.
Im is here shooting the same bow he shot at the Olympic Games, which might not seem strange, but up until that point, it seemed like every time we saw him at a different shoot, he had a different bow. which is unusual. Most people stick with a bow for a year, 2 years, but he seemed to go competition to competition for about 5 in a row with a different bow every time. But maybe that's the reason he's sticking with his current bow.
Those 310s?
Yeah.
Could be a very good reason.
Results like that can sometimes make up your mind about a bow.
So Im Dong-hyun threatening to make very quick work of Furukawa Takaharu here in the quarterfinals of the Recurve Championships. Takes the second set in short order, 4-0. So took the first set, took the second set, and his last 4 shots have all been in the center ring, all been bullseyes and very tough for the Japanese archer right now, who did win a mixed team silver medal at stage 4 in Shanghai back in 2011. Also won a men's team silver medal at stage 2 in Antalya that same year. And at the 2004 Summer Games in Athens, finished 18th. 33rd at the Summer Games in Beijing, but as we've already mentioned, came in second, got the silver in London at the Summer Games this year.
It's a huge support too. The crowd really got behind him. He was a very gracious athlete, always keen to wave to the crowd and do interviews, and that was certainly appreciated.
Gives the fans here in Tokyo something to cheer about with that bullseye.
He's got to hang on here. Can't afford to lose another set. He's got a 9, okay. Not too bad. An 8 would have really made his task more difficult.
Another 9.
Let's hope this match is going to continue.
Furukawa Takaharu will have a lot to say about it. Unfortunately, the shot is a 7. And so that means an 8 will tie it, a 9 will win it.
I think that's going to be a costly shot. And it is.
Im Dong-hyun takes advantage of the opportunity presented by that 7 on the final shot by Furukawa Takaharu. And Im Dong-hyun, he has been trained to take advantage of those opportunities, and he certainly pounced upon it. Came up with a big shot and wins in 3 straight sets, 6-love. As
that's not what this city was waiting for, is it?
No, not what the fans, not what the city were hoping for, but a great performance by Im Dong-hyun. Certainly worthy of his world ranking and his #1 seed in this World Cup Finals. And so Mr. Im will move on to the semifinals later on today here on Archery.tv. And disappointment on the faces of the crowd that came out here this morning in the rain to watch their nation's hero. But nonetheless, he has certainly done a lot for this sport here in Japan. He has mentioned that archery is not the most popular sport in Japan, but he certainly put it on the map, and hopefully there'll be more youngsters getting involved, getting interested, and we'll see more archers like Furukawa Takaharu.